This is TOS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Okwande and this is Africa Now. The Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) has been ordered to pay former coach Gernot Rohr just under $380,000 in compensation after ending his contract early. Nigeria's longest-serving manager lost his job as Super Eagles coach in December, just 4 weeks before the delayed 2021 African Cup of Nations kicked off in Cameroon. The NFF had agreed to pay Rohr's salary until the end of his contract, which expires in December this year, but the Franco-German went to football's governing body, FIFA, to demand an additional sum for breach of contract without just cause. Now, Tunisian President Kais Saied on Monday appointed new members of the Election Commission to be headed by Farouk Bouasker, the official gazette said, entrenching his one-man rule and casting doubt on electoral integrity. Saied last month said he will replace most Election Commission members, seizing control of one of the last independent bodies in the North African country. The dissolved commission's head, Nabil Buffon, had angered Saied by criticizing his plans to hold a referendum and a parliamentary election later, saying such votes could only happen within the framework of the existing constitution. The second phase of a UN-led intra-Sudanese political dialogue is scheduled to begin on Tuesday, amid division among the country's political parties over their participation. Several parties said they will boycott the talks aimed at resolving the political crisis that followed the 25 October military coup. Some political parties have described the talks as an attempt to legitimize the military coup, while others said they were not officially invited. Now moving away from politics. A search operation is underway for 11 people who are missing following the sinking of a fishing vessel off Ghana's coast. Rescuers have so far been able to retrieve the body of the captain, one of 6 Chinese nationals on board. The incident occurred after the crew had difficulty hauling in a net full of fish and stormy weather conditions led the vessel to capsize. Some crew members were able to swim to a nearby vessel. And the Rwandan government has suspended the Miss Rwanda beauty pageant following last month's arrest of its organizer. It follows investigation of sexual abuse against Diodon Ishimwe, the chief executive of Rwanda's Inspiration Backup, which organizes the contest. Ishimwe was arrested last month on allegations of sexual abuse of contestants. He has not responded to the accusations yet. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You're watching Africa Now. Business stories coming your way after the break. So stay tuned. Welcome back in business. Angola State Road diamond miner Ndiama could face a hit to its operations as Western sanctions on Russia could delay supplies of parts and machineries, according to a government brochure. Ndiama, which holds the exclusive concession for diamond mining rights in Angola, has already flagged an almost one-third reduction in diamond output to 10.05 million carats this year, from a forecast of 13.8 million carats. The International Monetary Fund (IMF) has approved financial assistance for Mozambique, the first of such aid by the fund to the country after a 6-year suspension. The suspension was imposed after the country was found to have more than $2.7 billion of undisclosed state debt, much of which was allegedly diverted to corrupt officials. The money was borrowed by the government to set up a sophisticated tuna industry. Now, the approved 3-year, $456 million aid will support economic recovery and help reduce public debts. And in South Africa, after 14 flight cancellations affecting over 3,000 passengers, the Airports Company of South Africa says it is working to rectify the fuel shortage at the OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg. Airports Company South Africa Chief Executive Mpumi Mpofu said on Monday that OR Tambo, one of the busiest airports in Africa, is operating on 3.5 days' worth of jet fuel stock amid ongoing shortage. The main source of fuel for the airport is rail, but flood damage to the network in the KwaZulu-Natal region near Durban means that there will not be flights until June. South Africa's Metal Workers Union said it will launch a wage-related strike on Wednesday at ArcelorMittal South Africa after talks with the management over salary hikes hit a deadlock. The National Union of Metal Workers of South Africa sought an across-the-board wage increase of 10%, a housing allowance and an 80% medical aid contribution from the employer, among other demands. Africa's biggest steel producer, majorly owned by Luxembourg-based ArcelorMittal SA, has only offered 5% across the board, as well as cash incentives, the union said, adding that they rejected the proposal. And Ivory Coast aims to raise $1.5 billion for a 5-year land restoration program to bring back forests and increase food production, President Alassane Ouattara said on Monday at the start of the United Nations Conference on Desertification. The world's top cocoa producer lost 80% of its forests between 1900 and 2021 and risks losing them all by 2050 if the pace of decline continues, Ouattara said. He did not specify whom he hoped would provide the money. And that is it on Africa Now. For more updates, visit our website at www.TOS TVNetwork.com. Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Lukwade. Thanks for watching.